Bonjour, hello, ça va? How are we today? It is Friday, May the 22nd, 2026, here in beautiful downtown Sarnia. It is there. You can actually see out the window. You've got reflections as well of me and in the room. But anyway, that gives you a little bit of a picture there of Port Huron, Michigan. All those lights. That's what that is, city. And was just getting some information to come on about. I actually heard it this morning, first thing, but gosh, I just got so into washing shelves and unpacking boxes that I haven't stopped until now. I think I got up around 5 in the morning. So, yeah, it was a good day, energetic day. Feeling good, got a lot done, see? A lot of the boxes. I think I only have 2 small ones down there and then 2 in another room. So, I'm getting there. I'm on a roll. I love to organize. It's fun. But as I was working through all of this physical 3D stuff, I was getting some information. Basically, what I'm seeing with clients, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know how to phrase this, but I'm going to give it a try. It's like, when the restraints come off and you're given your freedom and you don't know what to do with it. One of the pictures I was getting for a client appointment this week was the picture of a prison. And the prison doors, all the individual cells, they're all opened. All the doors in the prison are flung open, and you're told that you're allowed to leave. But the prisoners who've been around for a really super duper long time, they don't step out of their cell, let alone out of the prison, because they don't know what to do with themselves. It's been decades perhaps that they've been in prison, and they've become accustomed to that life, that lifestyle. They don't know what to do. I got a second picture with the little cage, like the SPCA. When they get an animal, they trap an animal, put it in a little cage, and then transport it. And then when they get to wherever they're going, they stand back, they open the door to that cage, and then the animal doesn't even leave. It just sits there, terrified. There are others that, run for the hills. They see that they have their freedom and they take advantage of it very quickly. Nothing can stop them. Then there are those who are really, really frightened and scared and, gosh, I don't know what to do with this. I think I'll just stay put. It seems safer that way. So these 2 pictures were coming up because what I'm starting to see is a pattern. We're actually being released from our prison cell. Now, we've talked about this over the last week or so. First, we were hearing about the war is won. This is the spiritual war we're talking about. That's, of course, infiltrated, filtered down into the physical that you're seeing around you. Heard about the prison programming being eliminated. We do know that most of the beings who've caused disturbances over the years, decades, however long it is, I'm hearing it's a very long time, they've been ushered out, if not taken off by force. So now it's like, yeah, we're free. You may not see that yet, but this is in the etheric because that's where we specialize here. It's talking to you from the telepathic communications that we get, that I tune into at this level. Multidimensionally, we can tune into whatever frequency we are capable of tuning into. So when I hear these different reports or different situations, information coming from various levels of thought, then pass that on to you. May not have happened in the physical. Sometimes it takes years to show up in the physical, but in your reality is how I'm hearing it. But that's not going to be the case now, because most of it's over and done. In fact, I keep hearing that, our transmissions, like we can literally, if our frequency is such that, we can remove ourselves and transcend, we can get back to the central sun now. So, I don't know if that's going to make sense to you or not. Those who are willing to understand will understand, and those who won't, don't. My third eye is really going wild right now. And it has been, and my crown as well lately, but a lot of third eye stuff going on. Sometimes at the end of the day, I have my walk. I go out there and I walk now all over the place, investigating new paths, and little walking paths here and there are all over the place. It's great. So as I'm investigating, I ended up walking so long, it was like almost an hour. And then I got back here and I'm just really super tired. So what ends up happening is I, flake out on the couch sometimes, and I'm out. And then it's much later when, I finally realize, okay, I've been sleeping through this movie. I think I've missed an hour. I think I'll call it a night. So last night the same thing happened, because I'm doing this work. If I'm not with clients working, I'm doing this. So it's a constant work. But I was really out of it on the couch in the middle of some movie, I don't know. And I felt a hand touch my left shoulder. Felt like a hand, I don't know. I didn't see anything, but I felt it. It's like someone came up and touched me gently on my shoulder. And the next thing, there was work done on my throat chakra. So that was very interesting. That's new. I am not aware of that happening before. And I said, okay. Like, it felt okay. I wasn't concerned at all. More and more of these events are going to be happening to us. We're going to be realizing that there's much more to this structure of light than what we first supposed. So again, for those of us who are, I'm preaching to the choir here, you already know it. It's up to us to recreate our reality here. So it's the message I've been giving to my clients who are in the know, shall we say, and ask questions, very deep spiritual questions. The question about, well, what do I do now? It keeps coming up. What do I do now? I don't have any direction. I don't have any idea of what I want to do or be now. Like, how do I know? It's like the prisoners or the animals. The door is open now. Your cell door is open. The prison doors are flung wide open. They're no longer shut. Whatever you are thinking, you are creating. So what do you want? Remember that old question we used to ask years ago? What do you want? What do you want to see on your world? What do you want to be? What lessons do you want to learn? What bridges do you want to burn? It's all about being here to learn. Okay? So now you can make your own choices, because you're not trapped in this low cell light anymore, this old frequency body of light that was very low, like a very low cell of light. Okay. So it's time to move on. Your spiritual life is changing. Your entire world is changing. And that's for the better. It's for the best. It's for the highest good of all the rest. So we're feeling very, very highly blessed. Don't be afraid of what's next. Don't be afraid to step out and do whatever the heck you want to. Make a lifestyle change. I've totally flipped the script. Mind you, Spirit pushed me as well. You couldn't have anything more different in my location where I am physically now, and my new lifestyle, my new life, couldn't have anything more opposite to where I was May 1st. That was the last time I was at the lake. So it's a total complete switch in every way. And yet I'm seeing the advantages, I'm seeing the benefits, I'm seeing the things I don't like, of course, like noise. I was going to say people. I actually don't mind that. It's just there's a lot of construction noise, that building noise, and stuff you don't have in a totally residential area. So it's a mixture of business and residential, and hotels and restaurants, and multi-use. Traffic. I never heard a car. I was at a dead-end street, as you know, which ended at water and bush, and you couldn't go any further or you'd be in the water. So there are a lot of changes and a lot of opposites, but I'm rolling with it. I understand I'm supposed to be here. I'm not totally sure why just yet, but I'm starting to see. So yes, it is a little scary stepping out and doing things and living a life that you haven't done before. But pick something that you're really excited about and passionate about, and that you want to learn about. I keep getting that concept of learning. And it's not so much karmic stuff now. It's not so much coming from a karmic approach is what I'm hearing. It's more like lessons learned, bridges burned, so let's start anew. Let's build our lives anew. What do you want to do? You can redesign yourself. You don't have to stick with the old script anymore. It's just junk. Junk it. Let it go if you don't like it. Try something new. Experiment. This is the grand experiment after all. Take advantage of it for the time that you have left on this earth plane. Take advantage of it. Do what you came here to do. Exercise your right to be here, your will, your desire, your passion, your strength, your conscious awareness. Lift yourself up and don't be down in this lower realm or way of being and thinking. That dichotomy now is dead. So don't go back into your head, okay? So don't keep repeating what you've done before. I always hear it, and I've heard this as long as I can remember. Like ego, my team, my higher selves call it pride. So in other words, the word ego equals the word pride. So I'm constantly, when I'm going through changes, and I'll get a new guide come in and I'll hear, let your pride slide. Because if I'm caught in ego in some way, shape, or form, in a lower way, shape, or form, this new guide who is of a higher energy field there'll be too much resistance. We won't be able to work together. So that's the admonition. I haven't heard that in a really long time, but I just heard it this week. So another aspect of lower self has to be lifted and let go. You can't stay in that low frequency. If you want to transcend and go back to where you came from because it wasn't here originally, like your original, okay, then you have to transcend all of this lower way of being. It's the frequency change, as we keep telling you for years on end. It's all about the frequency. You must raise your frequency of light to transcend. Okay, that's you going back to your higher insight, your higher light, and then zoom, off we go, off you go. Back to your original state of being, which is pure light. That's transcendence. So fill your cup, fill yourself up with love and light and joy and prosperity that you now have. You can create anything you can think of. I was going to say anything you want, but it's anything you can think of. That's for your higher good and everyone else's, right? We're not going to come from a low way of being, right? Been there, done that. Don't need to do that again. We just got through it all. Why would we want to go and do it again? We don't have to. So don't allow yourself to. Enjoy the moment. Be filled with joy and love and light and purpose. It's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. See the joy and the perfection and the light in this. You're not escaping your old fright if you don't turn from your dark of night. Keeps us low, right? Okay, so transcendency is slow, but you're in the know. You can transcend anytime you want to go. Yeah. All right, so is there anything else, or is that the message? Oh yeah, I was supposed to talk about we haven't talked about crystals in like years, right? When was the last time we talked about crystals? Was that during COVID? I used to actually have classes and would bring out all my crystals and teach people about the properties of the crystals and the frequencies. But anyway, again, first thing this morning, I found my, I had to unpack all my jewelry. I just unpacked my suitcase, that had my clothes and jewelry and toiletries and everything when I stayed overnight. It was a 2-day move, and I had to stay overnight. And I finally got around to unpacking that today. And I found my jewelry, all of it. And this called to me. This is fluorite. I don't know, can you see that okay? If you've not seen natural untreated fluorite in jewelry form, this is it. And this also is it. It looks very dark green, doesn't it? But it's actually not. See, you can get, that's a better idea there. Here's the purple. This was a gift. Here's my purple fluorite angel. We can see that now, right? There we go. This was a gift when I finished my crystal healing practitioner's course back in, 2006. I think that was, yeah, that was the year. I bought a whole bunch of crystals, of course, and I started selling crystals. And then after a few years of doing that, I wrapped that up and ended that part of the business. But the lady who had taught me and the lady who owned a lot of crystals, she had a crystal store as well. She packaged up, I just said, I don't know what to buy from you, just send me a starter package. And she sent me this big box with all kinds of really neat things in it. And this, my little purple fluorite angel, was a gift from her. And I've kept that with me at all times. And if you want protection, there's many ways of protection, so, or many properties of fluorite. But this is what I have been shown just recently. But of course, here I am in, Wi-Fi city now, and a lot of energies going on. So I think that's why I was advised it is protect. It's not just shungite, right? Like shungite can protect you, but what was that? I don't know what that was. I'm hoping that wasn't anything terrible. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so shungite we know as protection, black tourmaline for the EMF, like the electronics and everything that's around, right? And that's all I was really using. I think I've got one. Is that one? I can't remember. I think that is. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Yeah, I have obsidian. I got lots of obsidian too. Lots and lots of obsidian. Excuse me. Here. See what I mean? I got lots, and I've got huge pieces all around the place too. I've got 3 really huge pieces. When Spirit guides me to buy these, if I don't figure it out by myself, I get a push from Spirit. But I was definitely pushed to buy the ring and then the necklace. And it is for psychic attack protection. It is for the EMF, the electronic fields that, we don't want interfering with our field, our EMF. And I think, if I remember correctly, the purple fluorite in particular is for, is it nightmares, bad dreams, whatever. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of reasons. In fact, I don't think you can you see it right there? That bowl is full of fluorite, and I've had that for a very long time. It was part of a water feature. I got this water, remember the water features, and they made pretty colors, and it sprayed everything, and all the practitioners had these. I had a whole bunch of them, but then the motor's going, and you can't buy the motor anymore. But I kept the bowl, and I kept all the fluorite, big chunks, and some are white, and some are pinky colored, and pinky purple and green. It's all those different colors. So I've had the fluorite around me all this time, not totally aware of how great it is. But that was something, first thing this morning when, as I say, when I unpacked everything and I found my fluorite again. This is Amazonite. You'll see it's a little bit more turquoisey. Yeah, but this one's green. I think you might enjoy the fluorite. You might want to give it a try. But when you're buying your stones, your crystals, your jewelry, make sure it's not been treated. So it can't be dyed, can't be irradiated, in other words, heated. It's got to be the natural stone that keeps the spirit alive, or the devil, if we're going to get really techie about it. But there you go. That's what I was hearing this morning. Getting really tired. I guess I should go. Anyway, thanks for listening to me this long, and thanks for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I know I've got some very wonderful beings out there who are always there and listening and growing and learning and loving and changing, as we all are. I love you very much. Blessings. Take care of yourselves and others. And if you do wish to join a class, I'm going to have a June class, probably on the weekend. Send me the dates and the times that you're available. We're going to create a nice class, a wonderful class. Start teaching the teachers. And if you do want to book an appointment, just go to the website www.healingourenergy.ca. All right. We'll see you another day. Good night.